Welcome again to Home Inspection Bites Sestercentennial Spotlight, your weekly journey into the pivotal moments that shaped the American Revolution. This week, we take a few steps back to June 18, 1775, as we look into the character of our first president, George Washington, while he drafts a very important letter. In the shadow of history, we often imagine George Washington as a man of granite, stoic, immovable, and destined for greatness. But on June 18, 1775, just one day after being appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, Washington wasn't thinking of glory. He was thinking of home. In a rare surviving letter to his wife, Martha, he wrote with honesty, affection, and quiet apprehension. "You may believe me, my dear Patsy," he wrote, using his private name for her, "when I assure you, in the most solemn manner, that so far from seeking this appointment, I have used every endeavor in my power to avoid it." It was not the voice of a man hungry for war, but one called to duty by something greater than himself. The colonies stood at the edge of revolution, and Congress had placed the weight of the American cause squarely on his shoulders. In this brief but poignant letter, Washington reveals the inner conflict between his public obligation and private longing. He didn't take this history-altering command with pride, but with deep reluctance. "I can unfeignedly say that I have no lust after command. I am embarked on a wide ocean, boundless in its prospect and in many instances incomprehensible in its meaning." He worried not for himself but for Martha, for his estate at Mount Vernon, and for what the war might take from them both. "I should enjoy more real happiness in 1 month with you at home than I have the most distant prospect of finding abroad." Now these words strip away the marble statue and show us the man, tender, vulnerable, and in love. Yet even as he penned what may very well have been a final farewell, Washington's sense of providence is unmistakable. "As it has been a kind of destiny that has thrown me upon this service, I shall hope that my undertaking it is designed to answer some good purpose." This belief that God had a plan, that suffering might bear fruit, would sustain him through years of war, hunger, and uncertainty. The letter ends without bravado. No dramatic pledges, no talk of revolution, only the quiet sorrow of a husband leaving home to face the unknown. In the years that followed, George and Martha would be separated more than they were together. And when he returned victorious in 1783, the world he left and the nation he helped create had been forever changed. Today, nearly all of George and Martha's personal letters are lost. She burned them for privacy, and only a few remain. This one, dated June 18, 1775, is a window into the soul of a man we call a founding father, but who on that day was simply a reluctant patriot, writing to the woman he loved as he stepped into the fire of history. For Home Inspection Bites, I'm Derek Palmaville. Join us next week as we commemorate another decisive week in the fight for independence.